in a RL series circuit, R equal to 10 ohm, L equal to 0.04 Henries, C equal to 1 microfarad. Find bandwidth omega naught, omega 1, omega 2. Omega naught you can easily find. What is omega naught? Resonant frequency omega naught equal to 1 by root LC. Find 1 by square root of 0.04 multiplied by 1 into 10 power minus 6 equal to how much? (5,000 radians per second). Okay, omega naught we got. Bandwidth omega 1, omega 2 we have to find. Bandwidth on relation we know that Q naught equal to omega naught divided by omega 2 minus omega 1. That is omega naught divided by bandwidth. Therefore, Q naught is required to find bandwidth. Therefore, Q naught equal to what? Omega naught L divided by R. That is equal to 5,000 multiplied by L 0.04 divided by R, that is 10, equal to how much? Q naught equal to how much? 20. The quality factor equal to 20. So you use this formula to find bandwidth. Bandwidth W2 minus W1. Omega 2 minus omega 1 equal to omega naught divided by Q naught. That is equal to 5,000 divided by 20. 250. Bandwidth equal to 250 radians per second. Bandwidth also we got. First part also over. We have to find omega 1, omega 2. We have to find omega 1, omega 2. We know the difference. We have one formula, that is omega naught equal to omega naught square equal to omega 1, omega 2. Geometric mean. So product also we know. We can find omega naught square is omega 1, omega 2. So what we can do is omega 1 plus omega 2, or better you write omega 2 plus omega 1 whole square equal to what? Omega 2 square plus omega 1 square plus 2 omega 1 omega 2. What is omega 2 minus omega 1 whole square? That is omega 2 square plus omega 1 square minus 2 omega 1 omega 2. If you equate these two, what is the difference? Omega 2 plus omega 2 plus omega 1 whole square. Omega 2 plus omega 1 whole square equal to omega 2 minus omega 1 whole square. If you write here, what is excess? Here, minus 2 omega 1 omega 2. That's why to compensate that, we have to add 2 omega 1, omega 2. Here, you have to put minus 2 omega 1, omega 2. Because if you expand here, what you will get omega 1 square plus omega 2 square plus 2 omega 1, omega 2. If you subtract 2 omega 1, omega 2, both sides will be equal. Am I correct or not? So bring this to the right hand side. Bring this to the right hand side. Bring this to the right hand side. What you will get? Omega 2 plus omega 1 whole square equal to, here what is excess? 2 omega 1 omega 2 is excess. Here what is excess? Minus 2 omega 1 omega 2. That's why here we have to add, here we have to subtract. Then both sides will be equal. That is the idea. So omega 2 plus omega 1 whole square equal to omega 2 minus omega 1 whole square plus 4 times omega 1 omega 2. Substitute omega 1, omega 2 minus omega 1 we know, bandwidth we know. Therefore, omega 2 plus omega 1 whole square equal to, what is bandwidth? 250 we got, 250 whole square plus 4 times omega 1 omega 2 equal to what? We know that omega naught equal to omega naught square equal to omega 1. Here I wrote. So that is equal to 4 times omega 1 omega 2 is omega naught square, 5000 square. That's all. So you will get omega 2 plus omega 1 whole square. If you find the square root, you will get omega 2 plus omega 1. Equal to how much? 10,003, I think. 3. Omega 2 minus omega 1 equal to what? 250. Therefore, we can find omega 2. Omega 2 equal to therefore omega 2 equal to omega 1 equal to, you can find omega 1 omega 2. 56 radians per second. Okay. Omega 1 4,876.5 radians per second. So we got omega 1 omega 2 also.